What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Tuesday. It is March 18th. Hopefully, this finds you doing very well. Hopefully, you started well with the MLB game that started at 5 a.m. Eastern, or would that be, or 5 a.m. Central, 3 a.m. Eastern. So hopefully, you guys had a good time with that. Baseball is back a little bit. We got a game tomorrow. Then we got to wait about a week and a half. Then we will go full bore into it. Again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We do have a giveaway every single day, and we are trying to help you guys. So with MLB, normally a yearly pass for every sport is $199, but until the beginning of the MLB season, which is next Thursday, I believe, we are giving away a yearly pass instead of $199 for $75. All you got to do is email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. But if you've never been to the channel before, welcome. Anytime we have at least 5 games on the slate, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. But today we have 4 games. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some of the plays and projections through 10,000 simulations. So I've already ran the 10,000 sims before the video started. We're going to give you some of the projections there. Now, there are still some players that are questionable that we'll kind of wait throughout the day to see the news about. So that is why I'll tell you, go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Normally about an hour to 2 hours before tip-off to see any updated news and notes. Just kind of like yesterday, like we knew Joker was questionable, but we all thought he would play. And then it didn't come out until an hour, I think 8 p.m. Central. So 2 hours after lock, or an hour and a half after lock. But luckily we were still able to update a little bit. So let me know if you got screwed over and you didn't see that news come out. That being said, we try to have giveaways every single day, and here's how to win. Like this video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment on the video. Video gets at least 50 likes, you'll have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. That is every sport, not just NBA. If the video gets at least 100 likes, you'll have a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on the video, a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. And the second way to win, somewhere in this video there'll be a keyword or a key phrase. Listen for it and type it in and have a second shot at a free week. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have our 2 giveaways from yesterday. We just hit 50 likes, barely hit it. So we're going to roll it. Even if the keyword is in this one, we're still going to re-roll it a second time. There you go. Team Cheek out. First time winner, I believe. So congratulations. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That is the number 1 at gmail.com. And let me know a username, password, and email, and we will get you set up for your free week. Now, the keyword or key phrase yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. They did have that. So you still have a 1 in 34 chance to have your comment picked yet again randomly. So we will see who the winner of the keyword is now. William, you were close if you would have had it, but thank you for the support. There you go, Bruiser Raider, congratulations. Email me, let me know your username on the website. I know you have it because you've won multiple times, and we are ready to rock and roll. So after the video and after we get done with the simulations and the projections, we are going to build you a DraftKings lineup and a Fanduel lineup. Both tournament lineups. Again, 4 games. It's only tournament today anyway. So let's get going. So starting off, just kind of looking at the Vegas odds. 4 games. 1 is a potential blowout. The rest should be close and should be a hopefully pretty good games. We do have the Hornets at the Hawks. Atlanta being a 6.5 point favorite with a 236.5 over under. Celtics at the Nets. We've got the Celtics as a 13.5 point favorite and only a 215.5 over under. So a very low over under and a potential blowout scares me a little bit. So in theory, if you don't get the correct Boston guys, you might get screwed over in this one, because if you pay up and then they sit and it's not a high scoring game, that's where I'm scared. So then technically that brings it down to 3 games. You got the Warriors at the Bucks. So the Warriors coming off a loss yesterday against the Nuggets. Milwaukee's a 3.5 point favorite right now, a 230.5 over under. And then you got the Clippers at the Cavs. Cavs are only a 3.5 point favorite, so this could be a good game. Second highest over under of 230.5, which I like that one as well. Cleveland, 3.5-point favorite, like I said. So both sides. Clippers have some good ones. I like James Harden. Cavs are obviously a really good team this year, only have 11 losses, which is wild. So we've got 3 or 4 games that, on paper, should be good. So that being said, let's jump into some of the projections. Now, these are not all of them. If you want to see the rest, those are under the NBA tab on the site. You can go check out all of that, from projections to simulations to a cheat sheet. So that being said, LaMelo Ball, it has a questionable tag right now. Think he's going to be at the top. Should play. It is probable. Again, anything can happen. We're at a part of the season where people are sitting. He's got a great matchup, 26 DVP, looking right around 50 fantasy points. James Harden, number 2, at about 48 to 52. Trae Young, questionable, but it is probable. Designation right now, about 46 to 50. Couple others, Peyton Pritchard, if you don't want to pay up for other players on Boston, and the game stays somewhat close. We're looking a little bit about 28 fantasy points. D'Angelo Russell in the flip side of that, 21st DVP, about 28 as well. And then trying to find some sort of value here, Ty Jerome against the Clippers, 21 fantasy points. Chris Dunn against Cleveland, about 19 to 22 fantasy points. Now again, 4 games, 3 that should stay hopefully close, might have some. And you can see LeVert is already out, Podziemski's already out, Jaylen Brown is already out. So Brown being out at 8,300 should bump up a little bit of Boston value somewhere. So we look at the shooting guard position. Donovan Mitchell at the top against the Clippers in a game that's supposed to be close, 39 to 42. Dyson Daniels against Charlotte, 36 to 40. Derek White for Boston. This would be one that you pay up a little bit, 35 to 40 fantasy points. Little bit of value here to find. Drew Holiday for Boston might get a little bit more run with people out, 25 to 28. Moses Moody, 24 to 28. And Nick Smith Jr., 22 to 25 fantasy points. Moving to this small forward now. Jason Tatum, questionable. So as the playoffs draw closer, maintenance days could be on the table more often for Tatum, which is kind of what I've been preaching the past couple of weeks. We're to the part of the season where the teams that are already locked into the playoffs, they're going to start resting their stars. And that's why I hate this part of the season. But we are so close to baseball, we can taste it. Our baseball videos, usually about 40 minutes long when it's a full slate, because we break down every single game, every pitcher, every batter that makes sense, simulations, we break it down. At the end of the video, I'll link the baseball, a baseball video for you guys, just to kind of get a taste of it. We did a video for the showdown. It's not the same. It's obviously one game is not for 15 games. So that being said, Tatum questionable, 52 fantasy points. My problem is I don't want to pay nearly $11,000 for him. Potential blowout, and the rest possibility of not playing half the game because they're resting him. So I'm probably off of him. About 52 to 55, but I'm off of him. That brings us to Kawhi Leonard, save 1,600 there, about 39 to 42. Jimmy Butler against Milwaukee, about 38 to 40. A couple other ones, Daquan Jeffries, 23 to 25. DeAndre Hunter, 23 to 25. And Sam Hauser could be a sneaky Boston value pick, 21 to 24 fantasy points. Power forward. Now we're looking. You see the questionable guy. So Antetokounmpo is probable. Game logs playing. He's playing the 30+ minutes. He's getting 60+ here. So at 11.5, I'm okay with that if we can find some other value in this game against Golden State. 20th DVP. So he's in a good DVP matchup here. 57 to 62 is what I would look at. Evan Mobley is questionable. Let's see if it is a probable or a questionable. So he did not play Sunday, and I could see him sitting. They're going to make the playoffs. They have 11 losses no matter what. I'm looking at 41 to 48 fantasy points. I don't know if that's enough for him. I could see him sitting, and I could see the news not coming out for a while. So pay attention to that one. Cam Johnson against Boston, first DVP, but if Boston gets up so big and they put in their second or third stringers, that DVP could change a little bit. Save a little bit of money, 34 to 38 fantasy points for Johnson. Draymond Green against Milwaukee, 33 to 35. Georges Niang here, about 24 to 28. And Trendon Watford, about 22 to 26 fantasy points. Then that brings us to our center position. Antetokounmpo, we already talked about. Mobley, we already talked about. Zubac, looking about 42 to 45 fantasy points. 6 DVP, so not the best matchup, but it should be a close game. Like I said, I do like some Clippers guys. Love me some Zubac, love me some James Harden today. Onyeka Okongwu, about 40 fantasy points. Mark Williams, about 39 to 42. Come down here in this area here. You could be looking at Luke Cornett for Boston, about 22 to 25. Quentin Post for Golden State. My problem is, again, these are back-to-back games for Golden State. He didn't do anything yesterday. 8 minutes, 7.25 fantasy points. Probably not enough for me, and that's going to screw your team. It's part of the season. That's what we've got. Darren Sharp, about 22 to 25. Al Horford, about 19 to 24. Now, Horford could see some run here. If other people are out and they're up big and he gets extra run. So he's getting 32, 34, 37, 31. He's gotten over 40 minutes or over 30 minutes a handful of times. And he's dominated with it. 29.75 is okay, but 49 is perfect. 49 is almost 10 times value. 39 is even better, or is better at $5,000. 33.25. So if he could get 30 plus at his price, I am okay with that. He's already played Brooklyn once this year and got 32 fantasy points. So if he could just match that, that would be pretty much what we would like, especially if the game gets out of hand for Boston and they sit their other guys. Horford could be a sneaky pick. You're paying down at 5,100 for a power forward or a center on today's slate. So there you have it. That is just some of the projections out of 10,000 simulations. What we're going to do now is, before we get started with this, the keyword is baseball, because baseball is back today. The game has already gone on, or depending on when you watch this, the game is already over in Tokyo. But we are very excited. Now, these are tournament lineups that we build. They can and will change, especially with how fluid the news is that comes out all throughout the day, or even right before lock. Wouldn't be surprised if one or two of these guys are ruled out for no reason. Now, Lillard and Ball are both questionable, but they both show as probable. So in theory, they should be playing today. Whether or not that actually happens throughout the day, that is a little bit different. But again, these are tournament builds that we are building for you. Tournament, GPP, not cash, and do not just copy paste. Make a little bit of adjustment if you need to. So that is a DraftKings lineup, and your Fanduel lineup is built right now. Both LaMelo Ball is in there. I love James Harden, like I said today. And a lot of value, because we're paying up a Harden, Ball, and Derek White, and a Okongwu, and then the rest are kind of mid and then low at 4,200, 4,100. So again, tournament-only lineups, quicker video than normal. So if this is your first day, this is not a normal video. Usually when we have at least 5 games, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. We will do that when there are more than 4 games on the slate. So Wednesday's games, I think 11 games, which is great. We'll do the same thing. We've got full slate of games the rest of this week, so the videos will be out again. It's just me doing the videos, articles, stuff like that. So any little bit helps if you guys subscribe to FTA Plus for $10 a week. If you guys donate or tip, that helps us out as well. We have a Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. If you guys want to get in that yearly pass instead of $199, it'll be $75. All you got to do is email me. Join our Discord, which is down below. Go check all of that out.